President Joe Biden is betting big on clean energy. This week, the Biden administration announced it is taking coordinated steps to support rapid offshore wind projects. KSBY's Melissa Newman was in Morro Bay and has an update on when we could see one of these farms on the Central Coast.
Nina, the mayor of Morro Bay tells me he's been working for several years on a project that would bring an offshore wind farm to off the coast of Morro Bay, and he's excited that this could potentially become a reality. He hopes whoever decides to build the farm, however, keeps local fishermen in mind. Electricity on the Central Coast could be powered in part by offshore wind turbines in the near future. This week, the Biden administration released a multi-layer plan to expand offshore wind energy production in the U.S. It includes investments in port infrastructures and $3 billion in loans for the offshore industry.
The president recognizes that a thriving offshore wind industry will drive new jobs and economic opportunity up and down the Atlantic coast, in the Gulf of Mexico, and in Pacific waters.
Mayor of Morro Bay, John Heading, says this change in narrative has allowed for the removal of some of the roadblocks in the way of an offshore wind turbine project on the Central Coast.
We've been talking about this and trying to work through the issues for over 5 years. And so I'm extremely excited, again, not only for the state and also the industry, but for Morro Bay economically, it's something that will be very significant.
The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management identified an area 20 to 25 miles off the coast of Morro Bay as one of 2 spots in California that would be ideal for this type of energy production site.
Because the winds out there are blowing all the time. And there is shovel-ready, as I call it, connection to the grid right here through Morro Bay Power Plant.
Heading says the output of energy from the turbines is expected to produce more energy than Diablo Canyon. But what does this mean for those who make a living out on the water? Heading says the company who had previously bid on the project had an agreement with local fishing groups, but that could change now that bids for the site will go up again.
It would behoove any company that would enter into the bidding process to discuss with the local fishing industry possible mitigation for impacts of actually developing the wind farm.
The mayor says there are 11 companies that have submitted paperwork with interest in building that plant off the coast of Morro Bay. The auction process for bids could happen later this year. In Morro Bay, Melissa Newman, KSBY News.
The mayor of Morro Bay also says the excess energy produced by the turbines could potentially be stored at the proposed battery energy storage plant that looks to break ground at the site of the former Morro Bay power plant next year.